If you want to know how to use color balance in Krita, you're in the right place. In this video, I'm going to show you the quickest way to open color balance, how to apply it both destructively and non-destructively, and how to understand the different tonal ranges so you can make your artwork look exactly the way you want. If this tutorial helps you out, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more Krita tutorials, and let's jump right in. To open color balance in Krita, you have two easy options. The fastest method is to press Ctrl and B on your keyboard. That will bring up the color balance adjustment right away. If you prefer using the menus, go to the top of Krita, click Filter, then Adjust, and then choose Color Balance. Either method gets you to the same tool, so use whichever workflow feels more comfortable for you. Now, before we start changing colors, it's important to understand that there are two main ways to apply this effect. The first is the destructive method. This means you apply color balance directly through the top menu, and it permanently changes the active layer. This can be fine if you're sure about the result, but keep in mind that once it's applied, it's harder to go back and tweak the effect later. The second option is the non-destructive method, and this is usually the better choice if you want flexibility. To do this, go to the bottom of your layers docker, click the arrow next to the plus icon, and then choose Filter Layer or Filter Mask. This keeps your color balance editable, which means you can come back later and adjust the settings without ruining the original artwork. If you're still experimenting, this is definitely the safest way to work. Once the color balance interface is open, you'll notice it divides your artwork into three tonal ranges. These are shadows, midtones, and highlights. Understanding these three sections is the key to getting professional looking results. Shadows affect only the darkest parts of your image. This is where you'd make adjustments if you want to change deep tones, darker clothing, heavy outlines, or the low light areas of your artwork. If your image feels too cool, too warm, or just a little flat in the darker regions, the shadows controls are where you'll want to start. Midtones affect the neutral, intermediate values in your image. This is usually the most useful range for general color correction because most of the visible color in an illustration lives here. If your artwork feels slightly off overall, adjusting the midtones can help balance skin tones, objects, backgrounds, and other important areas without affecting the darkest shadows or brightest highlights too much. Highlights affect the brightest values and pixels in your image. This is perfect for controlling bright reflections, light sources, shiny surfaces, and glowing areas. If your highlights look too yellow, too blue, or too intense, this section lets you fine-tune those brighter parts without changing the rest of the piece. A good way to work with color balance is to make small changes and preview the result as you go. Don't push the sliders too far at first. Instead, make subtle adjustments and compare how the image looks before and after. That way, you can avoid overcorrecting and keep the artwork natural. Small changes often create the most believable and polished results. If you're using the non-destructive method, this is especially helpful because you can return to the settings and refine them later. That means you can test one look, decide if it's too strong, and then dial it back until it feels right. This is one of the biggest advantages of using filter layers or filter masks in Krita. So to recap, press Ctrl plus B or go to Filter. Adjust color balance to open the tool. Choose whether you want to apply it directly or use a filter layer for non-destructive editing. Then work through shadows, midtones, and highlights to shape the final look of your piece. Once you understand how each tonal range affects your artwork, color balance becomes a powerful way to improve mood, style, and overall color harmony. If you found this video useful, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss more Krita tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.